Hey beauty activists, welcome to this week's video. I got an awesome video for you guys this week. Not that they're not all awesome, but I am gonna show you guys a video with my client Martha. Martha has a lot of hair, long hair, and it's a balayage. So it's time to touch up the balayage, so we're going to be moving it up. And we wanna give it a little bit of a new look without completely changing it. So what we're also gonna do is we are gonna be adding in money pieces around the front, so that's more light around the face. And then also, because we have her hair here probably at about a level 8, I'm actually going to go through and lift out a little bit of that so we have more lightness and lighter blonde pieces throughout the whole look. So there's 4 things in the video. So yes, the money pieces, we're moving up the balayage, and we're adding some light. And then also we're gonna be doing a root color because she has gray. So a really great color for you guys to learn, because your clients want a little bit of change sometimes, and you know that your blonde clients typically want to be blonder. Make sure you watch this video. It's gonna show you a ton of techniques on what to do to change up the balayage. I would say for sure the money pieces is the 2021 look for balayages and ombres, because people want a little bit of a shift without having to be a complete change. So stay tuned, guys. A little bit of housekeeping beforehand. Make sure you guys are hitting the subscribe button. We put out videos every second week. Our goal is to teach you something about yourself, your craft, and your business. So hit the notification button so you get all the videos to you. So this was a $420 service, guys, just for the color. So Jessica and I decided we're gonna start talking about the cost of the service, because you guys have been asking. You guys are always asking, what did you charge for this? How much does this cost? And we wanna make sure that yes, we are teaching you guys about hair, but most importantly, we're teaching you how to use hair as a tool to make the income you wanna make and have the life that you wanna have. So we did 4 things in this service. Her balayage was $205. Her color was $105. Her toner as an add-on was $55, and her keratin rebonding treatment was $55. If she would have had a cut, she would have had that on top of the service, okay? So make sure you guys are charging your worth. Pricing comes down to 2 things: time in and product cost. And this is why, guys, go to our course 10kandplay.com and check it out. The course is all about the things that they didn't teach you in hair school. So these are the things that you want to learn, like how to get clients, how to keep those clients, what the pricing formula is, so that you never guess or you never just pull a number out of the air of how much to charge. Every service has a cost. It's systematic. Your clients know what they are, and you charge appropriately, okay? So go check it out. Okay, so take a look at Martha's hair and where it started out. Of course, we can see about 1/2 to 3/4 inch of her natural hair that has a little bit of gray. Then we have her dark brown here, which is a 1/2 5, 1/2 6. And then we go into the balayage, where it's a mix of the dark plus the blonde. Her blonde right now is about a level 8, which is typically how much we can lift it out to in one sitting of lightener. Because that's the lightest we can go in one sitting, and now we already have the blonde at that stage, what we can do now is we're gonna move the balayage up, so everything at this point will be a level 8 again. And then what we can actually pull through onto the ends and bump that up to a level 10 and have brighter blonde pieces in there. That is a great technique to use on your clients that especially have a really dark base, dark natural color, to get them lighter over time. Martha's hair looks great now, so if she wanted to be lighter, then every visit she comes in, we can actually put in a little bit more light and have her hair blonder and blonder. We are going to start by sectioning her off. The money pieces are the focal point of this color placement, so I want to make sure that those pieces get sectioned out on their own because they are going to be foiled first. They're going to be foiled first because we want those pieces to be the lightest and get as much processing time as possible. Now, once we have those two pieces, what we're going to do is then take the back half of the head and split that into two sections in the back. The effect that we want to create with the blonde is we want to have more blonde in the front, a little bit less in the back. So that's going to create a diagonal type of effect with the blonde. Higher in the front, lower in the back. We're going to start with the money pieces, starting on the bottom of the section and working our way up. We're going to first start with the section that has more hair. So we have the sections parted according to how Martha wears her part, because that's how she wears it every day. We want to make sure to color in that way. And we're going to start with the thicker section first. Moving our way from the bottom of the section up to the top, and we want to have them as thin as we can do so that they process evenly and they process a lot faster. My goal is to get these money pieces as light as possible so that we don't have to lift it out necessarily twice. We want to see a lot of light around the face, so all these foils are going to be put in back to back, so no sections left out. All of it is going to be foiled, and we're going to be alternating one slice to one baby light, one slice to one baby light. The reason why we're doing that is the slices are going to allow us to put in a lot of blonde, and then the baby lights are going to act as a veil that diffuse, that fall over that slice and break up the line from dark to light. So when you're doing the application for this, you want to make sure you're being very gentle with your hand and really feathering the lightener on so that you're not creating any harsh lines with your lightener. And again, you're going to have a beautiful fade from dark to light with no lines of where the blonde starts. You want to think of your slice and your baby light as a pair together, so those two go together. You want to put your lightener in onto the slice, and then your baby light will have just a little bit more lightener extending past that slice so that it can act as a veil, breaking it up. We are going to be painting on the stronger lightener on the color that has to get eaten out, and then on any of the blonde that we want to lift out, we're going to be putting on a more gentle lightener, of course, because not as much pigment needs to get eaten out, just to brighten up those pieces on the ends. We are also putting out a course for hairstylists, guys. This is for you. If you want to make more money and work less, which of course I'm sure you do, make sure you go to 10kandplay.com. We have a system designed to teach you how to make $10,000 a month and still be able to play and have more time freedom in your life. So this is the course for you. Once the front two sections are done, now we're going to move on to the back sections. We just have the back section split in half down the middle. You want to make sure that you're moving around the head in the same direction that you were working. So let's say I started on this side and then I went to this side, then I would continue in the same direction and I would start here and then here. That's going to make sure that you don't have half the head processing longer than the other side. It's going to kind of balance out. So now starting on the back section, we're going to start in the very bottom in the nape and start working our way up. Again, we're going to keep in mind our effect that we're creating, and so these foils are also going to be going in a diagonal in the same direction. Starting at the very bottom now, we are going to start incorporating, leaving some of her natural brown in there. So we're going to be doing a slice, leave a section out, then a slice, leave a section out, and work our way up. We don't need to do the baby lights in the bottom nape area, and the reason is because this is not as visible, so we don't have to worry as much of diffusing the line from dark to light. Of course, it's still very important. We don't want to see any harsh lines. You're still going to be feathering the lightener up and creating a very soft transition because you don't want the lightener to lift out and leave any harsh lines of blonde anywhere. Foil through foil, what you want to do is you want to stagger the amount of dark that you leave in the hair so that it is, again, another technique in diffusing the transition from dark to light. As we work our way up the head, once we hit the occipital bone, which is the bone right here, We're now gonna start to incorporate the slice and baby light again, because we're on the top of the head. The hair here is gonna be very visible. We wanna make sure that fade from dark to light is perfect. Because the section in the back is quite a large section, you're gonna hit a point where one foil is not gonna extend from side to side. So what you wanna do is just put 2 foils, one right next to each other, so that you can have your foil sitting tight in the head and they're not sliding out. Now, of course, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. We're gonna be mirroring what we do on one side, so on the other side, so that we can see symmetry in the look. Here is Martha's hair all foiled. You can see she has a ton of foils in there. We're gonna let it process and then we're gonna wash her out at the sink. Now the next step, of course, is that we have washed her out. You can see how good her color looks. It's the perfect palette now for us to put on her toner. We're going to be doing her root color and her toner all at the same time. So we have her at the chair, we power dried her. We're gonna put her root color on first, and then we're going to be putting on first the toner for the darker blonde pieces. So anywhere that's darker blonde here, we're going to be putting on her darker toner. And then now any of the pieces that are lighter, so that includes her money pieces that we got pretty light and her lighter blonde ends, we now can use a separate toner that is going to tone out the lighter pieces. It toned out so well. I'll give you a close-up of how it looked in the hair when she was at the sink. So it was ready to wash out. We washed her out. Now we're getting ready just to finish the style. It is super important that you finish your clients and style their hair beautifully, because it doesn't matter how good your cut and color is. If you're not gonna have them feeling and looking like $1,000,000 when they leave the salon, then you did not finish the job. We are gonna prep her hair with, of course, our amazing Nvenn products. I have Replenish, which is the oil, gives a ton of shine, moisture, and it restores the strength. And then I'm putting in Fix, which is gonna give her a ton of body and really a nice hold, because we're gonna be blowing out her curl into a straight blowout look. And then the Volumizer, which again is gonna just amplify body and amplify volume. Check out the finished look. Her hair looks so good. She looks like J-Lo. I think her hair looks amazing. She has now the lighter blonde pieces in the front. You can see now she has the blonde throughout her ends that make it look a little bit lighter. She has the two-tone now because she has her level 8 in there before, and now her level 10 pieces there now. She has no more grays, which is perfect. We've moved the blonde up now, so she has a perfect fade from dark to light, and Martha loves it. If you guys have any questions about it, make sure to leave a comment below. We'll get them answered for you. Now what we're doing, guys, is we have a YouTube version for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys out there are not hairstylists. You kind of just want to see what's going on and check it out more for entertainment. But we also are doing longer form, very detailed how-tos on all of our colors now. So if you want to learn and actually watch a little bit more in depth as we're doing the color, explaining how we're putting the foils in, how we're painting the lightener on, what formulas we're using, then you want to be a part of our course community. So of course, go to 10kandplay.com. That's where we're going to be teaching guys how to make $10,000 a month. And then we also have our Master Academy. So guys, our Master Academy is going to be all elite hair techniques. So if you want to see these videos more in depth, you want to go to our Master Academy and check that out. Of course, go check out our products on our website. You guys will love them, and hit subscribe. Other than that, guys, we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Make sure that you are going out there and making a difference in your world and changing the world through hair and beauty. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.